How do you do, fine folks? I'm Urban Redneck. I'm here with my 2014 CRF250R, and I have to do an oil change for the upcoming moto season. Let's get at it. What you're gonna need is very simple. I got 2 quarts to be safe. I have GN4 4-stroke motorcycle oil made by Honda. Got 2 quarts of that. I have the Honda OEM oil filter, just for safety. We like to get the Honda one. You can get whatever brand you want. I like Honda. I have my 8mm and my 12mm sockets. I have my funnel, and I have my jug to dispose of my oil, because pouring it in the gravel parking lot is bad and you should not do it. I repeat, do not pour oil in the gravel parking lot. It's not okay. First thing you want to do is get under your motorcycle. Got the trusty shop light. All right, go under here, find this beautiful bolt right in the corner. 12mm bolt, that's your oil drain plug. Now, if you're like me, you did not check to make sure that your funnel would clear the bike as long as it's in your... Oh my goodness, who torqued this on, Hulk? Oh wait, I am Hulk. Golly! Good Lord! Now, if you're like me and you over torque your bolts, you have to spend solid 10-15 minutes trying to get this baby off. There we go. See? Now she broke loose. Oh, that's a beautiful sight to behold. Whatever that is, I believe that's the washer. Now you're getting oil all over your tools. That's what you love to see. Probably take that out before it gets covered in oil. Well, it already is. Now, take your fluid Phillip thingamabob. Start unworking it while getting oil literally everywhere. And realize maybe I over torqued it while you're sitting under here looking at your squished washer and getting oil everywhere but the jug, because, you know, we do that. See? Now, if you look at this and you see how squished this is, that means I over torqued it, because I'm just a big hulking man like that. Now you sit on here and question your life decisions while it drains.
One eternity later.
Once you're done draining all your oil, put your oil fill plug back in with the bad washer. Preferably you want a new washer, but it's currently 9 o'clock at night and I don't feel like running into town because, you know, the parts store closed at 5:30. And you grab some towels because you got oil literally everywhere. Wipe up your engine, wipe off the oil dripping from your sockets. Move this because you don't need that no more. Oh, that's beautiful. And torque her home. That's good enough right there because I don't feel like breaking a bolt. All right, perfect. Wipe her up, call her a day. Now you got to move on to the transmission. Now that you drain all the oil of it, take your 8mm socket and undo your oil filter cover. I can't say oil filter cover, apparently. Take that baby off. Oh, that bolt came out. Just fine, that's what you want them to do. Ooh, there is a spring behind here, so be careful, otherwise that spring is gonna shoot across your garage, shop, backyard, wherever you're draining all this oil, which is missing your pad, because I'm stupid. Take that long boy out of there. The top one's the long one, remember that. And there's all that delicious oil. And you can tell when it popped off, the spring came off and crushed my oil filter. That's why it looks all like that, because when it popped off, it kind of split sideways and crushed my oil filter. But, you know, stuff happens, life goes on. Take your new oil filter that you got out of your plastic that took you 5 minutes to get off because your hands are covered in oil. Take that, take some of the old oil, rub it on the backside so it wants to bond nicely with the backside of your case. Take your spring, load the spring in there and match it with the hole in the back. Like such. Boom. That's installed. Take your cover and match the holes. Make sure the O-ring is still intact first. And then match your holes with the holes on the inside of your cover. And it should line up perfectly like that. Once you have that installed, take your long bolt, stick it in the top. Take your short bolt, stick it in the bottom. She likes to come out because of the spring. And torque her down good and tight. Once you get both sides down, make sure you snug them in real good. Don't over torque them. I've done that to many bolts in my day and it's not a fun time. Trust me. Once you get that, wipe up all the spittle your baby's produced and take your oil and toss it to the corner. Make sure you're wiping up your garage floor while you're doing this because your mom does not like oil stains in the garage. Next, you're gonna wanna drain your transmission. To find your transmission drain bolt, go underneath your gear shifter. That bolt is your transmission drain bolt. Next, take your 12mm socket on that drain bolt and take it out. Undo it, take it out, get rid of it. Now, it's good to have a longer extension here so you can really grab onto that and get her out of there before oil starts dripping everywhere. But if you're like me, you don't really worry about that and just get oil everywhere because you don't care about the floor that you're working on. She is indeed a long bolt. And there's all of your goopy transmission oil. Huh, who put all that glitter in there? I'm just joking. Just joking, there's no glitter in it. Maybe a little bit. That's normal. That just means you're using your transmission a lot. Or you don't use your clutch. One of the two. For future reference, it is better to run your bike before changing so the oil is nice and warm and thin so it doesn't take 5 years to drain out of your bike. When your bike is done peeing all the oil out, as she's dripping right now, means she's done, you can stick your bolt back in, feed her in, take your 12 mil, make sure she's on insert mode, and start inserting. When she's all the way at the back of the threads, make sure you just snug her down. Do not over torque, like such. And wipe up all the extra oil you got dangling around. Next up, you're gonna wanna take your oil fill plug out, or your dipstick. And make sure you just wipe that off and I like to set it on my foot peg right here so I don't forget it. And just kind of start filling her up. Once you get about 3/4 of the cord in, then start checking your dipstick in and ranging her in from there. But when you are filling up your dipstick, you want it to be in between these two levels right here. In between the top and bottom. You want it right. It says RMN on it. I say put it right about the end, right dead center, so she's not too high, not too low. Make her the Goldilocks, make her just right. I think I have her dialed in. Let us check and see. Taking her out. And look at that, right on the money. Right in the middle. Just like that, we're gonna put it back in. We're gonna go over to the clutch side. Next, what you're gonna wanna do is take your 12mm socket and undo this bolt on the side of your cover. And wonder what gorilla torqued your bolts on. Make sure your bolts are extra torqued so that you have all the fun untorquing them. What monkey torqued these on? Next step, get so mad at your past self for torquing the bolts on so tight that you go and grab the 3/8 12mm. And finally break the bolt loose. Perfect. Your bolt should look like this. Well, not really a bolt, it's kind of like a cap with an O-ring on it. Next, grab your GN4 10W40 that you used on the crankcase side for your clutch. Fill this up until it overflows. When the oil is leaking out as it is now, you know you have enough oil in your clutch. Next, reapply the bolt and snug it down, not to over torque it. And just like that, the oil in your 2014 CRF250R is changed. It's that simple. Well, till next time.
I want to shut this stupid thing off.